Here is a question on quantitative reasoning which I lifted from the textbook. So I do tell my students that whenever they want to solve questions pertaining to quantitative reasoning, they should look at it as a puzzle or as games, how to find the missing boxes. So step one is to represent each of the numbers with a variable, either using ABC or XYZ. So I'm going to represent each of my numbers to be X, Y, and Z. And you have to think, how was 45 derived at, how was 5 derived at, and how was 18 derived at. And solving your question shouldn't be in alphabetical order. That it shouldn't, it's not a must that you must derive at X first because X is the first letter. No, it doesn't matter. It's either you solve for Z or from Y or from X. Whichever one you're able to derive at first is fine. You shouldn't have to be in alphabetical order. So, from the look of things, I think it should be 18 divided by 2, which is 9. 9 times 5, 45. And here in this sample, 12 divided by 2 should be 6. 6 times 9, 54. So it's very, very important that you try using 2 samples or 3 samples whenever you are trying to arrive at a formula so that you will be sure that you are doing the right thing. So so let's put the formula into writing. So to solve for X, to find X, that should be X equals to Y divided by 2 times Z. That should be, my Y is 18, that is 18 divided by 2 times 5. So 2 here 1, 2 in 18 is 9. So 9 times 5 is 45. So that is how this 45 is derived as, which is the X. So we can also write it this way. X equals to Y times Z, that is YZ divided by 2. So this is the formula for solving for X. Now, to solve for Y, we need to apply the concept of the subject of the formula. So I'm going to use this formula here. That is X equals to YZ divided by 2. So this is a fraction and this is a whole number. And for us to convert this whole number to a fraction, just add over 1. So both are now fractions. The next step is to cross multiply. You cross multiply by simply saying 1 times YZ. That should be YZ divided by X times 2, 2X. So we are looking for Y. That is, how do we make Y the subject of the formula? The coefficient of Y here is Z. That is, what is that variable attached to Y? It is Z. So how do I make those Y to be alone? Simply divide both sides by Z. So that this Z cancels this Z and Y is left alone. So my Y becomes 2X divided by Z. So this is a formula when you are solving for Y. Now let's check if what we did is right or wrong. So in the question, we have 2 times my X here is 45. That is 45 divided by, then the Z here is 5. 5 here 1, 5 and 45 is 9. So we have 2 times 9, that should be 18. And our 18 here is Y. So it simply means the formula is correct. So the next one is to find Z. So find z. We are still going to make use of the first formula we derived that, which is x equals to yz divided by 2. The next step is to cross multiply. So 1 times yz is yz equals to 2x times 2 is 2x. So how do we make z the subject of the formula? The coefficient of z here is y. We divide both sides by y. So that by the time this y cancels this y, z is left alone. So my z is 2x divided by y. So let's check if what we did is correct or not. So that will be 2 times my x in the question is 45 divided by, and the y in the question is 18. So we have to reduce this to its lowest term. So 2 here 1, 2 here is 9, 9 here 1, 9, 45 is 5. So my answer is 5, and 5 is z in the question. So it simply means what we did here is correct. So I have assessments that you can solve on your own, and you let me know. You can send me a DM for me to assess it as well. And the assessment has options to know if what you did is right or wrong. So you have the question 1, the question 2, the question 3. So the question 1 here now, x is missing. The question 2, in the question 2, my z is missing. So you use the z formula. In the question 3, the y is missing. In the question 4, the x is missing. You apply the x formula. And my question 5, the z is missing. So you need to apply the formula for the z.